Hey, Whippersnappers, it's Tortimer the Gray. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Gray Version Season 3. This week we are doing our RU Gym battle, which we rolled as the bug type. We are starting off today up against Gym Trainer Arctic Animal, and Max Galissapod goes ahead and takes down Coda there, at which point Spike, my cloister, comes in. So we had a couple of additions to the team this week. Talking last time about how I was going for sentimentality over competitiveness in a lot of cases, and so I kind of took a hard right turn and just went ahead and built a team of all RU Pokemon that I thought would be interesting to use. And so we've got Spike the Cloister, we've got Lord Puffington, the Glaring Wheezing, and Pyrite, the Shiny Steelix, in addition to Glinda, Taka, and Coda, who we've seen before. Taka comes in, gets the Flame Charge up on the Excavalier, and takes it down. Aquajet coming in from Galissapod, but Taka able to get the Flame Charge and finish off the Galissapod there, up to 2 times speed. Armaldo then going to come in and throw up the Earthquake, or no, we're throwing up the Earthquake, there it is. How did it outspeed us? Because I'm just not paying attention. Armaldo takes down Taka, at which point Lord Puffington comes in, gets the Sludge Bomb off, the Rapid Spin comes up, getting rid of our rocks. Rocks were very helpful for us this week, as surprised nobody. There's a big discussion before like the battles even began, like, oh yeah, so Tort's just gonna be running rocks on everything. I think I jokingly asked a question in the Discord, like, is there an ability or something that would keep people from getting rid of hazards, or a move or an item I could hold or something? And nobody was confused by that. Everybody knew exactly what I was asking. Lord Puffington goes down to the Scyther there, at which point Pyrite, my Shiny Steelix, comes in, gonna take the dual Wing Beat there, and then actually land the Head Smash. Not good odds with that Head Smash, but it took down the Scyther, leading us to just having 1 Pokemon remaining. And Glinda there, I don't think Glinda even saw Field this week, but there we go. Thank you so much, Gym Trainer Mac. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into the next battle, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, up against Gym Trainer Codeman, and Codeman leads off with his Heracross. I go ahead and switch Steelix out. I don't really want Steelix to go down to Heracross. I'd like to save Steelix for later, so I bring in Lord Puffington. I think I accidentally was running neutral gas on this thing. I probably should have done Levitate, because neutralizing gas really isn't super helpful. I mean, I guess if like Heracross had guts and it had set up and but like, I don't know. I think probably Levitate would have been a better choice. Pyrite gonna take that U-turn, finally get the rocks up so that Leg Day can hit it with an Aqua Jet there. There we go, there's a missed Head Smash. Not great accuracy on that one. Here's another missed Head Smash. Yeah, I think Pyrite's gonna go down to the Galissapod here. Yep, there it goes. Down goes Pyrite, at which point Spike comes in, Cloud comes in, taking half damage basically from the rocks. So rocks really helpful up against the bug type gym here. And then my guess is that at this point Spike is going to sweep through. I'm sorry to participants this week. Like I said, I kind of took a hard right turn into more not like truly competitive, because I'm just not like a truly competitive, like anybody who knows what they're doing in Pokemon and wasn't tied into a crappy bug theme would tear my team apart. But it was way more competitive than I was doing previously, and the Shell Smashing Skill Link Cloister wasn't real kind to the bug gym this week. So I do feel very bad for those of you guys who like just got swept by my Cloister. We'll see some of that in action here, potentially in the next battle, I guess. So thank you so much for participating this week, Gym Trainer Codeman. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into the next one, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, and here we are up against Gym Trainer Shunosaurus. We've got a Psychic in the Bug Gym. Burgess taking that hard Head Smash. Pyrite taking the Earthquake. And then the Heavy Slam there, finishing off the Armaldo. At which point King Crab comes in. I guess crabs are technically arthropods, which are basically just ocean bugs. So we'll allow it. Flameo Hotman. I just loved that name. It made me laugh when I saw it in battle, too. Coda gets the Hurricane up. The Rimbomb Bee has some sort of berry, the Koba Berry, that protects it, but still going to go down to the Dragon type there. Taka then comes in. Flameo Hotman comes in to get the Flash Fire, so good play there. We go for the Poltergeist, though, which is a really good move. And if some people were using that against me earlier on in the series, I'm like, I've never heard of this move. Yeah, it's a pretty good. I think the move doesn't hit if like the person doesn't have a held item, but basically everybody always has a held item in this unless you've like intentionally knocked it off or something. I think Klungar did that to me at one point early on in the series. 1 week he knocked off my item and then tried to use Poltergeist. I was like, no! Taka just kind of spamming Poltergeist at this point. I guess we kind of sweep Shun with Taka instead of with Cloyster. I forgot about that. Taka takes the Thunderbolt. It's supposed to have Lightning Rod or something. Isn't that supposed to boost a stat instead of hitting me? Maybe it just pulls it in. Maybe Voltage, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, Taka goes ahead and sweeps the end of Shun's team there. So, yeah, I don't feel so bad about that because Taka was on the team last time. But again, there's only so much you guys can do. He did bring the Cloyster, so we're starting to see some teams starting to deviate slightly. It's always interesting to me to see how you guys deviate from the theme, but the monotype, but also try and stay within the box of the theme. It's always cool for me to see how you guys pull that off. So thank you so much for participating this week, Gym Trainer Shunosaurus. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into the next one, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, and here we are up against Gym Trainer Bugcatcher Klungar there. Pyrite able to land the Heavy Slam on the Fairy type and do some good damage there. I think it had a Focus Sash. It only survived due to the Focus Sash there. Pyrite got the rocks up. Klungar did get webs down and paralyze my Steelix, so that may prove to be an issue. Switched into Coda and then back into Pyrite. Didn't really want to waste Coda this early on, so brought Pyrite back in, figuring I really only have Pyrite on the team to set up hazards and then tank some hits and potentially do some damage. I don't really count on him for most of what I'm doing here, so I figured it'd be better to bring him in and save Coda for later on. Takes an Ice Beam here from my Doom, the Porygon 2, just a little bit too bulky for Pyrite and gonna go down. At which point Taka comes in, gonna get the speed lower. I throw up the Flame Charge to offset that lower, and then we'll get the Fire Punch off on the Porygon. Porygon sets up the Toxic, and then switches out. The Fire Punch does decent damage on the Golisopod. Switch out, expecting, I expected the Aqua Jet there. We may have been able to outspeed, I don't know, but Coda comes in and finishes off the Golisopod. The Porygon switches in, takes some rocks damage, and then tanks the Flamethrower. That was a bit disappointing. I throw up the Dracometer, that misses as well, so Porygon's going to go ahead and heal back up to full. Coda has split special attack there, and then going to go down to the Ice Beam. At which point Spike switches in the White Herb, activating on the webs, which is a little unfortunate. Would have preferred to save it for the defense lower we get here, but not going to end up mattering. We throw up the Icicle Spear, and that is going to take the Porygon down to just barely nothing. It recovers up, but not enough to protect it from the next wave of Icicle Spears, so down goes the Porygon. Then Kabutomushi? No idea what's going on with the naming convention there. Hexaprisma? I don't know. Icicle Spear are going to be enough to finish off even the legendary Necrozma there. Not sure what Necrozma's doing on a bug team, but hey, not the weirdest thing we see this week, I guess, so we'll give it a pass. I guess it's vaguely crustacean looking. It's kind of got a shell. I'll allow it, especially since it went down like a chump. Anyway, thank you so much for participating this week, Bugcatcher Klungar. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into the next battle, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, guys, and here we are up against Gym Trainer Espresso Cat. Is that an Elder? I'm not sure what the sprite is there, but it looks like it's got a little Sawaddle in there, so that's a fun little bug-themed sprite. Pyrite taking some tough hits from the Escavalier here. Not really anything Pyrite can do, and kills itself with its own recoil damage. Or no, the Escavalier was wearing a Rocky helmet. I guess that's fair. Taka then gonna throw up the Earthquake, finishing off the Escavalier. I think I was avoiding the fire moves, just expecting a switch potentially. Taka goes down to the Golisopod. Coda comes in and manages to land the Earthquake, or the Hurricane, but gonna go down to a Dazzling Gleam there. At which point Lord Puffington comes in, and gonna throw up the Sludge Bomb. Golisopod kills itself on the rocks, just giving ECAT a free switch in. Shuckle comes in, at which point I'm like, alright, I'm not afraid of Shuckle, let's just bring Spike in and finish this off. Sometimes I try to be nice in battles, and sometimes I'm just like, well, I'm actually here to win, so Nice Tortimer would have, like, played around for a minute. Newly competitive Tortimer who's sick of getting embarrassed every week was like, nope, you bring in a Shuckle. It's a perfect opportunity for me to set up my Cloyster. So that's what we did. And Spike managed to sweep through the rest of ECAT's team. I think ECAT was the one who brought the Shell Smashing Cloyster last week, if I remember properly. Maybe? I can't recall now. It was either ECAT or Flygon. But either way, thank you so much for participating this week. Elder ECAT? I feel like I don't know what trainer class that sprite is, but I like the cute little Solwaddle. So thank you so much for participating this week, ECAT. I greatly appreciate it. Let's move on to the next battle, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, guys, and here we are up against our last gym trainer of the day. We had a bit of a lower turnout this week. Life's just busy. We had the late roll, so people didn't get a chance to start building their teams till later, and then the weeks got busy. I get it. But Pyrite up against the Fortress. I think Scad was the only one who went national decks this week, which is a good reminder that no more national decks going forward into this series. So we'll see in the spreadsheet here in a minute or two. But we are moving into the UU tier next week. And as such, we're no longer going to be allowing national decks encounters because we have a box on the spreadsheet, which we'll see later, but it gives us the option of doing doubles battles, but the only way to do doubles battles on Showdown right now is to do it within the legal Sword and Shield metagame, which means no National Dex teams are going to be possible. So Scad, being the only one to pull out National Dex this week, good reminder of that before we head in there. I think Yen Mega and Fortress are potentially both in there because I didn't see either of them at all this week. Maybe Butterfree is too. Because I don't think I saw another Butterfree either. Pyrite up against Fury, going to land the Head Smash and take down the Dangerous Yan Mega there. Fortress was a huge pain in the butt, though. I'm glad Scad was the only one who used it, because it made real issues for me early on there. It killed Steelix and Cloyster, and as you guys have seen, Cloyster was kind of a big component of my victories this week. So Scad comes in with the Diancie, which, yeah, love to hear how that fits into the bug theme there, Scad. No, but this Diancie was obnoxious. I think it's gonna finish off the rest of my team. I had no answers for Diancie. I was like, well, I didn't come into the bug gym prepared to fight a rock fairy type, so there we are. Maybe if Taka was still like, Cloyster probably could have handled it too. She had already taken care of any potential answers I had to that. Lord Puffington comes in. The Scavalier, Sir Lancelot comes in. I think I had previously, Puffington was out against the DNC, and I wasn't able to get anything going with the Sludge Bomber. Like, it could not do any damage to it. So, just kind of chipping away at this point. I had Thunderbolt instead of Flamethrower on Puffington this week, so not even typical Flamethrower from a Weezing to take care of the Steel Bug type there. But, yeah, Scad offering me my one and only loss this week. So, she was real fired up from her victory against LOL last week, and finally broke her losing streak. So yay, Scad! Woo! She did it. But yeah, the one and only loss I took this week. So congratulations, seriously. Taking down LOL really reinvigorized her for invigorized. That's not a word. Vigoroth. Anyway, thank you so much for participating this week, Scad. I greatly appreciate it. And that is the last of our gym trainer battles. So let's move into the gym leader, and then we'll take a look at what next week's battles are going to look like. So here we go. Alrighty, guys, and here we are up against gym leader Pocket Flygon. I know Flygon was the gym leader of the Dragon Gym, but just had such a good battle this week that I couldn't not give it to Flygon again. We still have 3 more gyms, plus the Elite Four and Champion. Hopefully everybody will get a chance to be highlighted, but the whole, like, not doing duplicates, like, I think the next closest battle, well, Mac, in our first battle, I think we also went down 1-to-1, and then, but then every other battle was like 3 or 4 remaining, and not spoilers, but we get down to 1v1 with Flygon here too. So and Mac was a duplicate as well. And anyway, I gave it to Flygon. I'm sorry. hopefully the rest of us will get some good battles, and I won't have to do a duplicate again. But not that all the battles weren't pretty good. You guys get it. I don't think anybody's super worried about it, but just justifying myself. Another antlion there. I feel like Klungar's Flygon was named antlion as well. Obviously the creature that the Flygon line is based off of in real life. Taka comes in up against Malware. Manticore comes in and kills itself on rocks. Then Stag Beetle, the Heracross comes in, finishes off Taka with a knockoff there. Lord Puffington then switches in, tanking the knockoff. And then going to throw up the Strange Steam, doing pretty decent damage to the Heracross, forcing it out. Honeybee then switches in, takes that Strange Steam, and gets confused, which was nice. Lord Puffington going to go down to the Psychic, though. Confusion not helping it there. At which point Spike comes in, and Spike is going to set up the Shell Smash. And I believe Honeybee hurt itself in Confusion on the last turn, which was good for us. Spike then going to be able to finish off the rest of the team. Down goes Malware. I get it. It's a bug in the system. It's a virus. That's funny. And then down goes the Heracross. So yeah, there we go. We were down 1-3, and then Spike brought us back into victory. So thank you so much for participating this week, Gym Leader Flygon. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump over to the spreadsheet, shall we? And we will see what we've got in store. Alrighty, guys, here we go. Alrighty, guys, here we are. I did already roll. I did not anticipate. We're leaving. We're going out of town here in an hour. And I didn't think I was going to have any chance to record this weekend. We're going to be gone all weekend. And then my wife was like, oh, we're going to go to the library for a little bit. I was like, ooh, I don't have that many battles this week. I might be able to get this recorded. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it edited and upload, but I at least got it recorded, which will help in getting it out at least maybe Monday morning. But I did do the roll because I was like, I want you guys to have a chance to do your building since I know I'm not going to get to this till like Monday probably. So we already did the rolls, but this is how it played out. So I first did the encounter type because we're moving into the UU tier this week. We just finished RU, we got our badge. So moving into UU, we've got a new encounter type here. Rolled 1 through 3, we got 3, so we've got another evil team encounter this week. And then after we did that, this box, which has been grayed out the last couple of weeks, and now that we're in UU, now comes into play because Pokemon Showdown has double battles available for the UU tier and above. And there's really no other way to do double battles without using their like official breakdowns there. So this is now in play, and first week it was available, rolled 1 through 2. Well, now it says 1. It said anytime you save the document, well, the first time you still, like if we roll this and it says 1, and then I go to save the document, see it turns to 2. In the screenshot I put in Discord, I didn't rig it. I wasn't like, ooh, the first week doubles are available. We better do doubles. I didn't rig it. It's just that's what we got. And I don't think anybody's gonna be complaining about that, but it'll give a nice little twist to the battles. So we have Evil Team double battles. So prepare for trouble and make it double this week in the UU tiers. So put together your UU doubles teams. I barely can battle single battles. I'm gonna try to not be terrible this week, but I can't say that I'll like understand double strats necessarily. So it'll just be fun. Get your Team Rocket, Jesse and James teams put together and make it double this week with our UU Evil Team battles kicking off the UU tier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. For those of you guys who have participated, thank you so much. For those of you guys who are watching, thank you so much. And if you are watching and you would like to participate, as I say every week, details on how you can do that in the description down below. Alright guys, I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Have a good one.